again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What people do eat no money, what people at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss you, we eat the yellow rat you. Use the youth, them money, waste my must have statue. Say me like a catch you, but bigger than a figure you. Take this print of money, girl, and say that it's not you. One day, the man above end up in my gut, too much it in the kitchen, some of fly well like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile of the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
For me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, they rap and they down in a whatever. Member bold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the son man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
Or them a treat.
Stibbidim day, stibbidim day, stibbidim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no cape. And some informer friend we love lake. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
I have learned two things. That dogs have more shame than politicians. The Jamaicans want to be precise. And a group of ants have more courage than the people of Jamaica. Good evening, and welcome to the People's Point of View from a sunny London. We are still warm on the air cooler and sweating. Today was basking. May I tell them, no, can't show off pan with today. No can't show off pan with today. We have to fix the weathering. Good evening and welcome. How do? How the weather cheat to know which part of the I don't have it always good at Jamaica. And those of you in the Florida zone and I don't have it good. We have to walla and I feel we like how pig walla in a mud because we know it not there for long. So when it come, we have to walla, literally walla like pig. We did all over the place today and we never planned a proper program. But the attack on democracy tonight, we have to continue that conversation. We want them to come sue. We don't care if we don't come sue. Because this government, when we send them to Parliament, was a mandate to sue people to shut up and don't criticize the government. Good evening. Good evening to my community of parity with Dr. Tufton, mash up with fishing industry, and all my family members. Good evening to platform membership holders, moderators, viewers and subscribers, commenters, trolls. G2K, good evening and welcome. Andrew Wholeness, 2016 social media machine, fake pages, dormant pages all over social media. Good evening to G2K, the 2016 social media arm of the government. Good evening. How do you do? You know all right? You remember 2016? You remember now? How do you do G2K? You know, all right? How the social media machines doing? Broke down? Oh, poor thing. Poor thing. Hmm? So if your bike broke down a road, you go chop my tire. I still go around you now with it. Your bike broke down a road, and you go chop my tire. So me not to move forward. Me fi turn till your bike fix up. I saw you go around here, Natalia Freeman. Hmm? I saw it go around here, Debbie Jervis, Elaine Turner. I saw it go around here. Good evening, and welcome. Let me roll through my comments. Beat and teach how you do. Sunshine, Abinasa Cody. Good evening. Gloria Morris. I don't like and share the live, please, because I not go argue with you tonight, because I have so much people to argue with tonight. Veteran, Wagwan, how you do? Don Fox, Monica Wills, Sheena Kelly. Bros, Brenda Elson, JC, Yvonne Johnson, Jason Kane, Cousin Myrna Wagwan. Agent to Driver 5, Wagwan, big up yourself. Yvonne Johnson, how you doing? Millicent Jones, Pamela Okola, Dolores Logan. Good evening. Monica Hawthorne, Sharon Powell, Mommy Hutchinson, sorry. Althea, Marcia Esty, Charmin Ranger, Violet Watson, Carla Williams, Louise Beckford, Christine Gilbert, Johnny H., Carlene Richards. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Boy, politicians have no shame. Them don't have no... Dr. Mikey Abrahams, how you do, sir? How you want bad, so, doctor? How Dr. Mikey Abrahams want bad, so? Because he said, me see them a walk and drape up everybody. What talk about the health care? I mean, not see nobody run around and a drape up Dr. Michael Abrahams is a holder. Oh, you want so bad Dr. Michael Abrahams? Because when you lay it out on the table, you lay out some things where people never know about, some things when I talk about in the public. Dalfi, how are you? How you want bad so, Dr. Michael Abrahams, that nobody no want call your name. Nobody no want drape you up, Claudette Robbins. Nobody no want bad you up. How you talk so much? And nobody no drape you up. How you want bad so, doctor? Me say the people them a talk. I don't even know who to start pan tonight. Michelle Charles, when you were nominated, my dear, Michelle Charles, did you still have your U.S. citizenship? And if you do, Miss Charles, then you wouldn't have been qualified under the Constitution at nomination. Therefore, Miss Charles, you wouldn't be qualified. Your election victory would be null and void because you were not qualified at nomination, which the Constitution stipulates. Now, if you gave up that citizenship, Miss Charles, after you won the seat, then you still would be under duty to either resign or proper declaration and force a by-election, which you can contest, Miss Charles, once you can verify you have given up your American citizenship. And to Dr. Fenton Ferguson, if that is the case, what is the hesitance in going to a lawsuit to seek a declaration from the court as to whether Michelle Charles' tenure is legal. It is constitutional. What is the hesitant doctor? Dr. Ferguson. What is the hesitant? What is the hesitant doctor? Why you don't want to go hold up those people? But a fool will not take with fire, say. You should force a lawsuit, put a lawsuit forward as soon as possible. If there is facts that Michelle Charles, at the point of nomination, Verna Adams, if you still held your U.S. citizenship, that disqualifies you at that point at nomination. Therefore, you wouldn't have contended the election constitutionally. And if that is so, then a by-election, Jeanette Jones, ought to be held where you can contest if you want to hold the seat constitutionally. A fake news? Is it fake news or is it defamation, Michelle Charles? How much acres of land, Michelle Charles, the Charles family have stolen from Jamaica people? In one parcel in St. Thomas, 500 acres. One can declare how one come by them land, the Charleses. James, how you do? How one come by the 500 acres of St. Thomas people land? And how much 100 acre on a thief other places? Is that fake news or defamation, Miss Charles? Is it fake news or defamation? Jeanette Jones, how you do? Fake news or defamation, Miss Charles? How much acres of land has the Charles family stolen from the people of Jamaica? How much, Miss Charles? You want to tell me how much you have on paper? How much is registered at the land registry, Miss Charles? How much do you have title for, Miss Charles? And if you can show the transaction, Miss Charles, how much? Is it defamation or is it fake news? Which is it? To ask you, the Charleses, about the stolen land you stole from the people of Jamaica, is it defamation or is it fake news? Hey, so Babs, they get what? Which spent on sports stadium? Which sports stadium? I know the one I'm on to go be them attack. In Christopher Campbell, how you do? Me never listen all of the waffle today, though. Me never can listen. When you listen labor sometime, if you can't contain yourself, you will cuss bad with or raise your blood pressure. I don't know, so me suffer from high blood pressure. And you know, sometimes if you don't watch Auntie Dana, I don't know. Auntie Dana, we don't want to cry, but Auntie Dana, I will cry. So sometimes me, we don't want to cuss, but my mouth no want, we want to cuss. But even me, I try to hold back myself tonight. You know, hear me say? Jeffrey Worrell, how are you? Even me, I try to hold back myself tonight. You know, hear me? So holy power don't have to help hold me back tonight. Even me, they are hold back myself. Because I say, if you follow them, you will turn mad like them. If you follow them, you will turn mad like them. And me know me mad already, me just now want to get madder. So me hold back myself tonight. But a whole heap of nonsense they talk. Whole heap of nonsense. While we're on the thief in Charles's, because they can go sue, you know. And if you don't want to use on a British citizenship, come up here, come have jurisdiction and sue. Just go and sue. Just come sue, make a pay on a £3 a month. Just come sue. Damn fool. Let us listen to one of the thief in Charles.
On the leader of the opposition to provide the answers to the questions that I kindly asked him and respectfully laid before him. I never quarrel. I never go on bad. I simply ask some questions. And to date, silence, crickets. Instead, what have they done? They sent out some surrogates to come ask me and my sister and not answer nothing where you ask me until you answer my question. You take man for idiot. Let me answer them by asking them again. How come you tell Jamaica in 2022 say you did give up your British passport before you get into politics?
Did Michelle Charles give up her U.S. citizenship before she was nominated? Is the question. Dummy. Conjure, dumb. Real sweet. How are you? Charming Ranger, Mary Messenger TV. Good evening and welcome. Did Michelle Charles give up her U.S. citizenship before she was nominated for election? It's a critical question. Let me make it clear to Uno Labour dummy. Joan Bailey, how are you? None of the rant, mudslinging, rolling a mud like pig, wanna go on with over Mount Golden nationality, citizenship, passport, color. There is no benefit for the Jamaica Labour Party out of this. It is that the Jamaica Labour Party is stalled and policies. And when that does happen, when they've quickly run out of what they do not have, they quickly resort to the usual mudslinging they are used to. Once they became caught out on the back foot, Michelle Clark, in the local government election, the Prime Minister came out of it in mudslinging, which has not stopped. Was Michelle Charles duly nominated Colonel Jr. is the question. Was Michelle Charles duly nominated as a Jamaican citizen, or was she a dual citizen holding an American citizenship at the time? Colonel Charles Jr. and the how much 100 acres of land were no thief, we still want to hear. So no matter what surrogate, arrogate, corrugate, marrogate, and florigate you're going to talk about, we still want to know about the stolen land, and we still want to know if your sister was duly nominated with a Jamaican citizenship only or Commonwealth citizenship as prescribed by the Constitution. Richard Reed. Out of order.
And you tell Jamaica in 2024, say you soon give up your British passport. You take with me, idiot. How?
At what point did your sister renounce her U.S. citizenship? Colonel Charles Jr. Simone Tyrell, how are you? Samora Tyrell. At what point did Michelle Charles renounce her U.S. citizenship, if she did? Was your sister duly nominated when she was?
How come you tell Jamaica, I know me say so, you know, I him say so, Mr. 1 foot in and 1 foot out. How come you tell Jamaica, say you have a Jamaican passport with your UK visa in it? And then when the Prime Minister back you up in a corner, you have to say, but,
when the Prime Minister was backed up in a corner on the Auditor General report and the conflict of interest of his wife blocking report, failing to release Attorney General report, the Prime Minister walked out of Parliament, Mr. Charles. First in history where a government has walked out of Parliament. Usually, Mr. Charles, it's the other way around, where the opposition would walk out on the government. It's the first I have seen it, Charles, where the government walk out on its own budget debate. Raymond G., how are you? Estina Time, how are you doing?
Me still a UK citizen. You take me for idiot. Now, I went to school, good school too. And I studied as an attorney at law. I'm an attorney overseas and local. So I'm an international attorney. Now, as an international attorney, let me tell you this. The only reason why an individual, whether them have 1 foot in or 1 foot out, would have a visa in a passport is if they were not a citizen of the country. Because if you are going home, why you need visa if you go your own yard? All right. So if you are a UK citizen and you go put a UK visa in a next passport, who you try fool? Hold on. Make it work.
All right, let me explain that to you, dummy. If Mark Golden has a British passport and he has not traveled into the UK for 2 years, he can't just get up and travel on his British passport. What Mark Golden would have to do, international lawyer, look for me to me got international law school like you dunce. 6 years of it. 6 years of it. So what Mark Golden would have to do, if you understand the British system, international lawyer, is that if he hasn't traveled into the UK for 2 years, he just cannot whisk up and travel into the UK and his British passport. It prevents anyone that is a British passport holder or an indefinite holder. Once you have stayed out of the country over 2 years, you have to go to what is called a resettlement application. So if Mark Golden, international lawyer, Dunce, have a Jamaican passport, as a diplomat and a politician, Mr. Dunce, it is quite easy for him to use his valid Jamaican passport and apply for a British visa. You damn British, you damn international lawyer abroad and lawyer at home fool. Where do you come from, Dunce? That's why your papa so thief. That's why you're Dunce sister. So Dunce. Damn fool. See my name here. My name is Roy. How are you? Take over the Roy title now. I am a boy. I am big. See my name here. Sharon Pate. Lessons in my life. See my name here. My name is Roy. Stupid Roy. International lawyer. Come and tell me with attitude, Christine Gale. How are you? Did I see Richard Reed? Richard Reed, how are you? International lawyer. Which last school you go? The same last school where PJ go. And a demi graduate from, but a demi sit down and read. Me and PJ Patterson read the same law book them. You would be surprised to know that. International lawyer. PJ Patterson and I read the same law books, the same history books, the same books and political science, international lawyer at the London School of Economics. International lawyer. The Easy Jerk, how are you, bro? Gloria Morris, how are you? Christopher Campbell, real sweet. Christine Gale. International lawyer, you know. And I got talk. But not embarrass themselves anyway. That labor good for.
If you did it and you did lie to the people them and tell them so you are not UK citizen, you're out. Because that is fraud. And them for charge you. Whether them charge you in your home in the UK or your home in Jamaica. All right. But let us say he got it lawful.
Okay, dummy, let me explain something to you. And most Jamaicans will clarify this, whether they live in Britain, Canada, or America. Them travel with them two passports. And when them reach a Jamaica, when them a travel down, when them reach a Jamaica, them hand you them Jamaican passport donkey. And when them a come back a foreign donkey, they use them British, Canadian, or American passport donkey. It don't too hard like how you make it. See my name here. My name is Roy. I am a boy. I am big. Roy and Pam. Imagine one man have two picnic named Roy and Pam. What kind of sin Colonel Charles commit?
Lawfully. How? How would you get it lawfully? Who did you speak to get that kind of favor? Come in and know nobody who is a citizen who can go into an embassy and say to them, shh, just give me a visa anyway. Come and want them things, say I'm a citizen. Something is into something, and we need to find out. So you must answer.
This is why Jamaica politics now get nowhere. Because at them something, yeah, them do to Jamaica people for the last 60 years. Rather than talk about politics, them talk about mess and malarkey. Not what Colonel Charles Jr. is saying is not true. Andrew Holness, murder, lady star say, come kiss out my Bible. Andrew Holness, go kiss out your mama Bible. Go kiss out your mama Bible, Andrew Holness. Prime Minister Holness. Go kiss out your mama Bible. Come arrest me and lady star. Because lady star said, people not frightened away. Dopey, not frightened with Prime Minister. The devil know we by name. Go kiss out your mama Bible. Damn fool. Beulah, how are you? Darth White, Kevin Davis. Them people are fool like duck. We never seen nobody fool so yet. Removed by Facebook, or they've reported her and she get moved down because Andrew Holness them can't pull down her page. She would have to be multi-reported by Facebook, or maybe, I don't know what's the circumstances, but it would have been mass reported. Frighten them, I try frighten me. How much of the people them land? Your Papa Thief, Colonel Charles Jr. How much of the people them, poor people land? Your Papa Thief. We want to know about that. We don't want to know about a legal dual citizenship. Because this dual citizenship ran to on the pan. There's more people in the Jamaica Labour Party who hold dual Commonwealth nationality. So this is why Kevin Fairclough don't have nothing, Janet Riley, to gain out of this mudslinging that depend with Mark Golden, citizenship, place of birth, charming range of how you do country, whichever direction want to take the narrative, or want to turn fool like Hugh Wildman and mix up citizenship and passport application together, and all sort and PJ come out and come talk gibberish and lie what PJ knew before 1962, and PJ have years to correct it and never open him out. Then no thieving PJ. Thieving criminal PJ will sell off Jamaica to the Chinese them. I come fight against white Mark Golden, thieving PJ Patterson. We take Jamaica and sell off to the Chinese them, but me and you wanted that they come in dip on a different post tonight, PJ. I hold on to a racist. All I know a racist and I look for people, can I agree? To play the race card, we don't know. Not wrong here, so we fight racism in England every day. So I don't know how come you born to how no. I don't know how come me wouldn't get in a race baiting and birtherism, we don't know. We don't know shame. Remember, so the first sword, the first place where the sword fall was on poor little Matt we born in London. Mark Golden one I talk about born in Jamaica, dear little Matt. Poor little Matt, British Matt, was born in London. And poor little Matt was the first one to fell on Andrew Holness's sword. You see who else fell on Andrew Holness' sword? Dr. Market me, but we will get there. We will get there. Hey, Jesus, tonight them are tests with faith. They are testing our faith. But let's take a quick break. Dana Morris Dixon, you're here. You're here, Dana, because everybody here me come out to come warn you a long time, you know. Let me warn you, me now just attack you, so. Me I warn you first, Dana Morris Dixon. Come in and just attack people that way that you're here. Me want to fight you. I'm not afraid to hold on in your ear because we say police hold people in here. We say police lift up people finger, put in their mouth and bite it, bust it. So I'm not afraid to figure that with you, Miss Morris. Not at all. Because we warn you a long time. Say careful how you get up in a Miss Morris. And we see you come out every day with the same here. And you come out, but you did something particular. And we live in England, you see, we irritate we. When white people talk to we with them mouth, for sure we say English is not our first language. So look at my mouth, read my lips when I'm talking. Who you talk to, a little girl? Did you not know that is bad manners? Don't, Dana Morris Dixon, did you get there with your brain or your back, my darling? When you go wash and change your hair, when will Dana Morris Dixon wash and change her hair? If you come talk to we come with here where we can hold you in a, like how we see the police woman hold the woman in her nice clean hair. And I go slip out with the whole heap of overnight grease. Miss Morris. Kareem, how are you? Kareem Wilson. I'm going to play a thing about Ian Cooks. How are you? About a 7-minute or such you like. Of Dana Morris Dixon. Joan Brown, thank you for the membership. Of Dana Morris Dixon. Phono. Look at her body and lip language. When Dana Morris speaks to you and say, this is how British people speak to you when they're angry or when they want to insult you. They use their mouth in a particular way. They go into a tone of voice in a particular explanation to make sure you get it. You get it. This is what it means. Little girl, don't try with. Don't try with. Wrong thing. A long time we warn you. But don't listen to the new crook.
There are. And governments around the world are dealing with this issue of misinformation and disinformation, especially on social media. And we've seen it. We know what happens. Anyone can say anything and it is amplified around the country and around the world. And it is important that as we protect the rights of our people and protect the right to freedom of expression and speech, that at the same time it is grounded in truth. And so we love the robust debate. And I say it all the time. It is important in a democracy that we can have dissent and that we can say, you're not doing good as a government. We don't like what you're doing, or you need to do this better. That's what a democracy is. And that's fine. And that's what we want to encourage, but not encouraging persons to post blatant lies online that then fuel a lot of this issue of disinformation and misinformation. And so it's very important that we understand that what the government is saying is that what is posted on social media needs to be based in truth. And in that vein, what we have said is that where there are issues or instances where we know individuals have posted things that are not true, that we will have to go after those individuals in terms of prosecuting them. And there are laws that are available. And I think the goal of everything that we are doing is ensuring that we are in an environment that is based on truth. That is what it is about. And so there is no tracking of people. There is no curtailing of people saying anything that is negative. That is absolutely not the case. It's just that we have to protect truth. And so this notion that we shouldn't go after those who perpetuate fake news is really strange, because around the world we see it happening in every country. Fake news is a problem, and it's fake, which means it's not truthful. And we are a country that is built on truth, and we will protect that in this administration. In terms of the way forward, what we will be.
Hey, if I did pan road, your body language alone make me grab you. Long time. Your body language, that's how you're ready for war. Long time you would have grabbed you.
Doing is primarily focusing on social media literacy, and that's important. How do you know what's true? Because sometimes you see these videos and you think, oh my gosh, that sounds right, but you're not really sure. And so we will be using our broadcasting commission, and they've already independently started to work on a public education campaign that helps our Jamaican people to understand what's true, what's not, how to figure out if something is true, in fact. And we will, obviously, as a part of that, point to some of you in this room, the traditional media in this room, we will say to them, go to traditional media. That's where you can actually find out if something is real.
No, sir, this is diarrhea. Somebody stuff some part of them with crackers and dry bread. No, sir. Whoa! Judgment. Go to mainstream media. If no, go mainstream media if you want to know say a true. Hey, you never hear what RJ Marks do there, man. No, sir. You never listen to Bangarang, how Gleaner have to read chap where RJ Marks said, then RJ Marks go and tell them, oh God, Dana Maris Dix will come better than that. Brittany L, how are you do? This is a feature. Go on, hey, Jesus. So hold on there. Then, hey, hallelujah. The same thing them ladies have to come kiss out my Bible. King Williams, how are you? The same thing them freedom, how are you do? The same thing them with Andrew Wholeness, a beat with Pan, Beverly. Out of the Gleaner, the Observer. We take them out of war over here with them, you know. If you talk about Rhoda abortion, you can't disprove it. Rhoda know it happened, me know it happened, Andre know it happened, Mother Faster Allen knows it happened. You can't contest with that. If it's about your mother dancing go-go, it is a question that you or your mother can answer. Everything else over here, away, do, we come out a report, we come out of the news, we direct if I want to go track with fact. Stay. We are spread fake news. No, sir. Dana, you never hear about my girl the way there? Gary Mosley. You never hear Dana Morris. Oh, you never hear. You never hear about the bangarang with Vegas and Audrey Marks and the Gleaner where they over there, I said we know. Over there, so. Well, after me and Carlos read it and talk about it, title change and meaning change. Over there, so Dana Morris Dixon, little girl, you think you're not bright? Who over there bright like me, Dana Morris Dixon? That you have said we over there to go verify truth, Dana Morris Dixon? What we are talking about when I come from over there? Oh man, hold that peace, you know, because we'll run out upon you with everything what we have. Careful. Listen, your little girl. Little girl, make a diss you up tonight. Go kick out your mama Bible. Wasn't it over on a vlogger platform that Nesta Morgan defamed Wilford Rattigan? Listen here. Make your talk. Make your talk. Bury yourself tonight. Make you bury yourself tonight in a little girl. Little girl. Hey, little girl, we're gonna make you bury your dirty hair tonight. I'm gonna take off that off of your head and go mop floor. Even though the damn floor are gonna left greasy and go slide where I'm broke part out with Dana Morris Dixon. Gonna take off a damn fool. When they want to come talk to we like say, me and PJ no read the same law book them. Me and PJ never sit down in the Library of London School of Economics and read. We are talking to little girl. You think anywhere I get there on my back? Who you talk to? Did you sleep with the Prime Minister to get a position, darling? It's a question.
That there are. And governments around the world are dealing with this issue of misinformation and disinformation, especially on social media. And we've seen it. We know what happens. Anyone can say anything and it is amplified around the country and around the world. And it is important that as we protect the rights of our people and protect the right to freedom of expression and speech, that at the same time it is grounded in truth. And so we love the robust debate. And I say it all the time. It is important in a democracy that we can have dissent and that we can. You're not doing good as a government. We don't what a democracy is. And that's fine. And that's what we want to encourage, but not encouraging persons to post blatant lies online that then fuel a lot of this issue of disinformation and misinformation. And so it's very important that we understand that what the government is saying is that what is posted on social media needs to be based in truth. And in that vein, what we have said is that where there are issues or instances where we know individuals have posted things that are not true, that we will have to go after those individuals in terms of prosecuting them. And there are laws that are available. And I think the goal of everything that we are doing is ensuring that we are in an environment that is based on truth. That is what it is about. And so there is no tracking of people. There is no curtailing of people saying anything that is negative. That is absolutely not the case. It's just that we have to protect truth. And so this notion that, we shouldn't go after those who perpetuate fake news is really strange, because around the world, we see it happening in every country. Fake news is a problem, and it's fake, which means it's not truthful. And we are a country that is built on truth.
Was Hira a statement in a private WhatsApp group made against Mark Golden? Was it fake news? Was it defamation? The Jamaica Labour Party. That Jamaica Labour Party, Chopper John from the chopping block, was bigged up in your parliament. The plate washing chopper John that you all gave contract on Cornwall Regional Project as a project manager. It was on his program that the Minister of Information defamed Wilford Rattigan. It was on social media, Miss Whoopsie Daisy, that Nestor Morgan defamed Ramon Morris. Make she talk. A fair amount. A fair amount, make she talk.
And we will protect that in this administration. In terms of the way forward, what we will be doing is primarily focusing on social media literacy, and that's important. How do you know what's true? Because sometimes you see these videos and you think, oh my gosh.
Thank God, we have a new education system, social media literacy. We have a new syllabus done right. New syllabus, social media, what's it or other wrongs, literacy. Jesus. Oi. You can't beg somebody for advice, you know. And every day you know, go come in a crowd. Come look like lap dog and puppy dog. Seriously? And you want to cheat like a lady out here? Remember, you're a politician. We don't have respect for politicians because respect is a thing that you earn. And only don't have respect for yourself. So don't expect me to waste my time, Sandra Barnett, and show you any respect as a woman. Not around here. You have to go into the labor bathroom to get that, darling. Not around here. It's not there so for you. You go get the same woofing where the man them get around here. So as long as they're a politician around here, so you're a man. As long as they're a politician, they're not Dixon, you're a man. So you're going to get the same man beating here. So
That sounds right, but you're not really sure. And so we will be using our broadcasting commission, and they've already independently started to work on a public education campaign that helps our Jamaican people to understand what's true, what's not, how to figure out if something is true, in fact. And we will, obviously, as a part of that, point to some of you in this room, the traditional media in this room, we will say to them, go to traditional media. That's where you can actually find out if something is real or is not. And so the primary thing we'll be doing at this time is enhancing public education to help individuals to.
So when the Gleaner took down the article where the FID wants to charge people with regards to the SSL situation, Miss Madam, and the office of the prosecutor is blocking those, is drawing their foot on those prosecution. So would you suggest us to go to the Gleaner to find that story that was taken down? Imagine we did have this time. We had screenshotted that article then. Imagine we have screenshotted that article then. One don't think to say. One don't think to say. One don't tell we say a fake news it be now. Because traditional media, where you are sent with to figure verify the truth. Traditional media. Well, when I was at Partner Job, let me talk tonight. Hey, people, Gleaner reporters, when them editor block them from publishing a story, Andre them have to tip off with the story to get them story out there. Dana Morris Dix, now who you talk to? Who are you talking to, Dana Morris Dixon? We fit go over the truth blockers, Mommy Hutchinson. Go ask them if this thing true or not. Bury yourself, darling. Bury yourself. Enough mud there. Enough mud there. Just dry it over you.
Understand what's real and what's not real. And I know I get a lot of questions sometimes on AI. AI is an area that we have to really be looking at, because with AI, fake news, disinformation can be even more potent. And so it is very important that we teach Jamaicans how to understand what's real, what's a real video, what's not a real video, so that we can have conversations that are based in truth and not based in untruths. And so I had to say that at the start, because it's a very important issue that we are grappling with, and it's a conversation we have to have as a people. And so I know the administration is happy that we're having the conversation. There are no new legislations at this time. We have some that are already on the that are already there. We have the Cyber Crimes Act. We have laws around libel. There are already laws that exist and that can be used in terms of prosecuting individuals who do not speak truth online. But before we even get there, the key thing is, let us have public education. Let us have a discourse about what's the right approach going forward. In terms of cabinet, I'll just note two things. The Community Action for Rewarding Engagement program.
Dr. Christopher Tufton, Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa, and Dr. Dustin Bryan is a danger to the health of the people of Jamaica. Is that fake news or is that defamation? Is that fake news or is that defamation? Dr. Christopher Tufton, Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa, Dr. Dustin Bryan is a danger to the health of the people of Jamaica. Is it defamation or is it fake news? Which one of them? Uno decide. Remember when Darrell showed the cut-throat sign? Uno quickly blame it on AI. Remember when the truth come out and the owners say a fake voice note and send around from the police them? And him got a call from some police. Not a few calls from some police, a call from some police. Andrew Holness. Was that fake news, Prime Minister?
That is CARE, which is being undertaken by the Heart NSTA Trust. That was approved in Cabinet. What that means is that over 1,800 of our young people who are not in school, not in any training, that are not employed, will be able to benefit from this program. They will receive a $15,000 transport grant each month, and each week they will get a $13,000 stipend, which will allow them to do their training and also to be able to earn some money while they are doing the training. And this is coming out generally of our discussions with individuals who fall into that category. We see them every day in many communities, on the corner, not working, not engaged in training, and we ask them, what do you want? And they noted that they would want help with transportation and they would want help with stipend. And this approach with stipends while you are in training is not new. It's been done in other countries. It's done quite a bit in Latin America. And it is one that I think is a good innovation for us to have in Heart. And so that will start in September, and over the summer, the preliminary work will be done towards that. And I'll give more details at another point. The other thing I will note is PEP passes are up. We've not promoted that as much as we should. Education is, as we all know, probably the great equalizer, and it's the one that will take our country forward, and it's important that we focus on it. And there are a lot of problems in our education system, but when there are successes, we have to amplify them, and that is one. 30,302 of our students sat the 2024 primary exit profile PEP exam, and they did fantastically well. 86.7% of all students who sat the exam received placement at a school of their choice and were in the proficient category, proficient or highly proficient. That is a significant improvement over the last 4 years, and it is something that is worth speaking about over and over again. And then in terms of cabinet, we also approved the official funeral for former Speaker Violet Nielsen, and that will be organized through the Ministry of Culture. And I see that Minister Olivia Babsy-Grange has come in, and I will stop there in terms of cabinet roundup. There was a lot that was discussed at cabinet. We will discuss some of it here with the ministers, and so I'm going to move right along to Minister Vaz, who is going to update you on many matters. He's the one that's doing quite a bit of work. We see him in the news every single day, Minister. We see you. We see the work that you're doing, and he's here to take some of your questions after his update.
I don't know, I listen to about Darrell Vaz a fool. Claudette Edwards, how are you? Richard Allen, that program in 2015 when he was VP. Kenil, how you doing? Sickle girl don't have no sense. She don't have no sense. Them just have come out here for try. Remember, she said there's no tracking. The Prime Minister say they've tracked. They have other people who they're tracking. And Dana Morris come tell with say nobody now get tracked. Jennifer Sims, me hear it and one never hear it. It's not a matter of anybody being tracked. I me hear it or one hear it too. So the Prime Minister send track one youth and there's others where my track. But they not say nobody not track. How do not answer like when you not hear it? I may make it up? Me say for me I make it up around here. I never hear Dana and both the Dana and the Prime Minister. I may make it up. All right. No. Answer. I may tell lie. The insult came worse. I mean, if anybody could have go bathe a hog and then come dash the water in your face, here is it.
That I'm reading, we have seen a sustained and coordinated.
Good evening to Dr. Tufton with the clean, pretty forehead. Pretty forehead, Dr. Tufton. Good evening. Your forehead pretty.
Set of attacks on our civil servants and volunteers in the public health system by the opposition party. I have observed no less than 5 spokespersons and between 8 and 9 releases from that organization, among other things, calling on the resignation of the Chief Medical Officer, the Permanent Secretary, the Board Chairs of Southern Regional Health Authority and Northeast Regional Health Authority, citing spurious reasons for those claims. I hold no brief for myself, as I understand it is the political season, which will give rise to political machinations. And so today I'm not expressing a view on my own behalf and in my own defense. I will take them as they come and I will respond. But I would like to publicly express my deep disappointment and indeed condemnation of these unwarranted attacks on public servants, on their reputation, on their professionalism, and on the institution that they represent.
All right. Hey, I don't stand your attacks away attack. Leave out Miss Besace out of it at the moment. Because Dustin come in a crowd, come talk to we, doctor. Dustin said, for 8 years, he never get to submit as the Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Health, which is responsible to submit a yearly financial report or appropriations report. For 8 years, triple one unexpected. 8 years. Because some people retired. Because some people migrated. Even the dead to Mama Watsitarada have to take the blame for dust and failure. And at this, you are come out, come defend Christopher Tufton. In any other democracy, it would have been a riot. If a politician turn up and tell you them blatant liar in your face when the truth is out. In any other democracy, he would have been pulled down. He couldn't continue with it.
The opposition has clearly decided that their best hope for political office is to pursue what I will classify as a carpet bombing strategy. In other words, throw as much mud as you can imagine, as you can conjure up in your imagination.
Stop the Tufton jailbreak. 2015, Andrew Holness posted this. That was from Andrew Holness. What was that, Doctor? Michael Henriquez, how are you? Lorna Smith. Andrew Holness. I want to screenshot it and read it because I can't read fine writing, especially in dark backgrounds. Andrew Holness in 2015, Doctor. I wonder if this was fake news, Prime Minister. Then leader of the opposition, now Prime Minister Andrew Holness. I wonder if that healthcare campaign the Prime Minister came out with, I wonder if it was fake news. I wonder if it was mudslinging, Dr. Chan. So what, Dr. Mikey Abraham was mudslinging too? Because it's a few on social media surrogates. Sonia Smichael, how are you? If you on the social media surrogate, I try to attack Dr. Abrahams over social media. But I'm referring to you, the politician. Is Dr. Mikey Abraham slinging mud as well? Oh, no, grab up, Doctor. Hold on, a politician. Pray that Dr. Mikey Abraham, so. The doctor with the trumpet, not the doctor with the market me degree. The doctor who uses market me degree to swindle Jamaica people money. No, Dr. Michael Abrahams with the trumpet, the stethoscope as they would call it in science. Uno call it trumpet. Dr. Michael Abrahams with the stethoscope. Doctor with the money laundering firms. Doctor. The money laundering companies, Dr. Tufton. Versus doctor with the stethoscope.
Something will stick. It is in the past week that I'm reading, we have seen a sustained and coordinated set of attacks on our civil servants and volunteers in the public health system by the opposition party. I have observed no less than 5 spokespersons and between 8 and 9 releases from that organization, among other things, calling on for the resignation of the Chief Medical Officer, the Permanent Secretary, the board chairs of Southern Regional Health Authority and Northeast Regional Health Authority, citing spurious reasons.
Peace, Bill Dr. Tufton.
I hold no brief for myself, as I understand it is the political season, which will give rise to political machinations. And so today I'm not expressing a view on my own behalf.
So we want a better health care. We want more ventilators. We want more ICU bed. We want CT scan and all. Those are political imagination. People, wanna hear? And I make it up, you know. Those are political imagination, said Dr. Tufton. Well, don't call me name, and I'm sister. Ask Dr. Tufton when you see Dr. Tufton. Political imagination, all of them good something that were Jamaica people are hope for and want are political imagination. Dr. Tufton said, Murdo, help, somebody run, come help we. You don't see the whole world turn down pan we. Don't see Jamaica curse. Huh? I feel curse, we curse, make we lay down asleep while them a step in our belly and a step on our neck with the whole basket of money upon them head, and we just lay down and asleep, so we curse.
And in my own defense, I will take them as they come and I will respond. But I would like to publicly express my deep disappointment and indeed condemnation of these.
Marcia, you have to forgive the doctor. Remember, the Dr. Tufton mouth sick. Remember, part of the accident, Dr. Tufton mouth become sick. You never hear when Dr. Tufton talk about the woman when them thief her mother pill and kill her. I found them time the Dr. Tufton mouth sick. We don't have to see with them mouth, Marcia. Remember, him mouth sick. Dr. Tufton with the clean face, the clean forehead, Dr. Tufton with the pretty forehead. The pretty accident forehead, doctor.
These unwarranted attacks on public servants, on their reputation, on their professionalism, and on the institution that they represent. The opposition has clearly decided that their best hope for political office is to pursue what I will classify as a carpet bombing strategy. In other words, throw as much mud as you can imagine, as you can conjure up in your imagination, and hope that something will stick. It is, in my view, a morally bankrupt strategy that should not be supported or encouraged. Let me say, as a public servant and one who aspires to higher office where we are now and want to continue so to do, but with a lot of burning down the house.
Did you hear what Christopher Tufton says just now? Aspire to higher office. The higher Tufton can go here is to become the prime proposed minister. Oops, there's it. Now go cuss bad word tonight. All when me want cuss. All when me no want cuss. Me go hold back my mouth tonight. Hold back your mouth, Wade. Hold back your mouth. Tony, how are you? Hold back your mouth, Wade. Hold back your mouth. Don't make your mouth cuss tonight. Because you know, say, when you come out here tonight, you never plan for cuss. But you know, say, your mouth will cuss and you want your mouth, say, none of it tonight. None of it, because they might give a joke. Ladies start say people not frightened with up in a fright. We will walk through cemetery late.
To improve your chances of controlling it is an indication of moral bankruptcy and does not serve the interests of the Jamaican people. I want to encourage the men and women of public health to continue to do their work and to ignore the noise. Jamaica appreciates their efforts. I certainly appreciate.
Are you saying Dr. Dawes is making noise? Or are you saying when Andrew Holness called for a review, an investigation, he's making noise? Or are you saying Dr. Abrahams is making noise? Or are you saying all those articles coming out in the Glean, doctor with the pretty forehead, are just nice we make? Nothing don't go so. In our phrase, when we say people are make nice, we mean say nothing don't go so. Hot hear them a blow. Doctor with the pretty forehead, pretty forehead doctor. Hey, them you call me insult to the injury. We just a move up and down and tough time. So when on a forehead, a mouth, a hand, a foot, you soon have foot and mouth like a cow. You soon have foot and mouth like a cow, doctor.
Their efforts. I want to further say that I don't intend to fall into the trap of responding to every outlandish claim made by the opposition. The reality is,
You can't answer to the truth, doctor. It is how the people of the Jamaica Labour Party operate. And it's weird, doctor, for hear you come out here and talk about mudslinging. Wasn't this how Uno came to fame in 2016? Barbara Simpson, Delphi Campbell. Wasn't this how Uno rise to fame in 2016? The young Andrew Holness with a plethora of young social media people behind it. The Chopper Johns from the chopping block, the this, the that, the whole heap of fake page and all over. Wasn't that how you won the 2016 election? Wasn't that how you overthrow? Did you not overthrow Audley Shaw hypocritically? Did you not outpaid to become the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Holness? Did you not buy your leadership? Daisy Magazine, how are you? Did you, Andrew Holness, not buy the leadership to the Jamaica Labour Party? Christopherton can't answer anything. Christopherton don't have any credibility. Christopherton cannot answer to the truth of the dead baby them. He cannot answer to the truth of the money. He cannot answer to the truth of the baby dying because of ventilator. He can't answer to the truth of the lady dying because nurse thief her medication. He can't answer to the truth of the lack of ventilator, the CT scan, MRI, X-ray, Dopplers, and all of them. Christopher Tufton, my doctor, I went to the hospital last Monday. My doctor ordered a Doppler ultrasound of my heart last Monday, Christopher Tufton. And I went and did that Doppler sound today. Boy, inside I will sound like old knocking yard sound. Never have one of them ultrasound there where you hear the movements are inside of your heart or wherever them are ultrasound. Boy, inside I will noisy. Hey, coming like an old knockings yard, you pass. All sort of different metal and everything and knock over there. So inside I will really noisy. Be nice at go on. Dr. Tufton can't answer to none of them something there. You know, it's funny who you see just like a whole Nigel blind, dumb, and deaf since the Auditor General report came out. You don't understand, say, from all of them scrutiny to Dr. Tufton mouth become sick. Because all of a sudden Dr. Tufton foot and hand broke. Senya McCarthy, how are you? Foot and hand broke. But Dr. Tufton mouth sick. We can barely hear when the doctor talk to him. The market me doctor. The doctor will give out contract. Hey, Johnny, come around today and just cut the grass. Hey, Matthew, there's some grass in the garden to be bagged up. Darrell, can you remove those bags from the back of the garden to the front so when the bin truck comes? It's how Chris Tufton award contract in the Ministry of Health. Nothing on paper. Contract awarded orally. Contract awarded orally. Contract without going through the procurement processes. How Dr. Tufton said the answer, the man mouth sick. Want to leave the man sick mouth and clean forehead. Leave the man with him sick mouth and him clean forehead. Pray for the man mouth get better. When the man mouth get better, the man may answer the question. You can't want the man to answer the question with him sick mouth. A whole heap of things the man have to answer to with him sick mouth. You can't want the man to answer so much question at one time. And we not even reached to the 700 billion yet. We don't reach 700 billion, you know. Well, ask the man more question with his sick mouth. The man mouth sick. Wait till the man mouth get better. When the man mouth get better, we maybe can answer a few more questions. But make him bury himself. I feel them, make them bury it. I feel themselves.
They keep moving the goalposts. At first, it was missing ventilators. Then it became ventilators not working. Then it became ICU and high dependency units. The goalpost keeps moving in order, frankly speaking, to continue their.
With due respect, Dr. Tufton, and you know in academic when people say due respect, they want to tell you, come kiss out them Bible, Dr. Tufton. With due respect, Dr. Tufton, it's not shifting the goalposts. All these things that Dr. Dawes is saying are backed up by audit reports. It's an underground stethoscope scrubs doctor. With respect, you can't make them call them. All right, sir? Leave it to the professionals like Dr. Dawes and Dr. Mikey Abrahams. Please, oh, thunder will fire you, as the Nigerians would say. Leave it to Dr. Dawes and Dr. Abrahams. Leave it, sir. Please. Freedom, how you do?
Agenda of maligning and discrediting an entire system, including our civil servants. I understand from my sources that next week will come a new wave in that pictures are going to be circulated about the conditions in hospitals, some fabricated, others may be achieved in particular circumstances to further
explain what those particular circumstances are. Let's not talk about the AI, the fake ones we are referred to. The ones that were achieved in particular circumstances. What are those, doctor? What you say, Ado? Come out and kill the narrative before it arrives? Not round here. Not round here. Let's come out, let's go out and kill the narrative. So when the public see themselves, not round here. Many of us vloggers have a load of those images. Many Jamaicans have loads of those images, Renee Nicholson. How fabricated get in this, yeah? Talk truth. The image them all over the place of the deplorable condition of our hospitals across the country, Dr. Tufton. My local hospital in Black River is an abattoir, Dr. Tufton. A literal butchery, doctor. My local hospital. Wanna know me, Dr. Tufton? Me know had that wrangle before in 2018, you fly green, the all of them. That Black River Hospital, my local hospital, is an abattoir, Dr. Tufton. Buck your big toe and go to Black River Hospital and see if you not come out dead. I dare you. Huh? I dare you, Dr. Tufton. Just buck your big toe. Buck your big toe and end up at Black River Hospital and see what happened to you. Me, when I try fool, call the election. Oh, call it. Just buck your big toe and go to Black River Hospital. I guarantee you, you're going to end up a brown funeral parlor where them have contract with for Black River Hospital and anybody dead. Then just send them go there. Sometimes they don't even tell you, so your people, they just hear so they end up brown. So your people with dead in the night and they just ship them off to brown and nobody not call you and tell you nothing. Doctor will accompany them to launder money. If Market Me and other companies, you never used to launder Jamaica people money, Dr. Tufton, how is it that you would have award contract when there's a procurement process in government, doctor? A procurement process. Remember, doctor, let me talk like me mad. Remember, say I did you, the Pan Westmoreland Beach, arrest drug dealer when you drug deal, The drug deal where your businessman drug deal go bust. On a turn round and arrest the Nicaraguans them because of the drug deals turn up in the ear pound. How Dr. Tufton figure answer anybody? Dr. Tufton can't answer nobody. And Andrew wage war against you. And we go and go talk to Andrew. Come tell we Andrew secret. And that you fi do. Start brief against Andrew. Make the big good war start. Make we turn up back here and push you. And say, go on, boy, go on. Meanwhile, we are wink to Andrew and I tell Andrew, say, lick him, clot, lick him. Out order. How can Dr. Tufton answer any of these questions? Dr. Tufton, the criminal. Dr. Tufton, the fraudster. Dr. Tufton, the nepotist. Dr. Tufton, where him and his son deliberately carrying bad rice in a Jamaica for poison off the Jamaica people them. Dr. Tufton will make baby dead and Dr. Tufton cover it up. A bacteria in hospital killing off babies. Dr. Tufton preside over that cover up. Dr. Tufton, after baby died in Dr. Tufton care, Dr. Tufton didn't see the need of dignity in dying. Dr. Tufton have dog a hall baby born bout and bout in a Kingston. Dr. Tufton, how you feel answer with? Like seriously. How can you answer? The best thing to do would be to resign. And because you don't have no shame. Any minister of government in this breakdown and debacle in Britain and America, they have to go. They couldn't turn there and come tell we brazen lie and defend the failure of his administration. Jacqueline Beseso, the chief medical officer, is a failure and a liar. She has been doing it since COVID. Dunstan is a thief and a liar because he has failed to appropriate the people's money for 8 years. Dr. Christopher Tufton, you're a crook and a fraudster. What people are talking about when I go to doctor? 8 years, 7 billion. Our fake news. All when a fake news, and we know say fake news, we are going to talk it. Because 7 billion our whole heap of money. So for AI TV, for AI make it up. What happened to the hope of computer and something they want to buy in a COVID where there was no need for? What happened to when Floyd Green a pop champagne with him Batman friend and him lesbian friend them and a show off pan with? And who no talk to? Who the Jamaica Labour Party really talk to? Buta bless, how are you? Who are really talking to? Listen, man. You see the mainstream media with Dana Morris Dixon send we figure verified truth, them days they're done. Kete, zilch, nil point, over darling. New media. Hundreds of we vlogger out here. New media. Better than 2016. Better than those who were paid in 2016 to do a job that has no traction now. And because the Prime Minister vlogging core has lost traction, the Prime Minister want to come shut down everybody on social media unless you talk favorable to a dunce, criminal, sex abuser, sexual predator Prime Minister in our parliament, nepotistic and cronyized thief Prime Minister. And that you know what we say? Bangarang and judgment are going to hit you on social media. We're going to say more. We are going to say more. So start take your nerve calming pill them or go drink bush to relax, or go and go drink weed tea, Prime Minister. It will make you become more tolerant, dear. Special, how you do? Go and go drink some weed tea. We have a long way to go, Prime Minister. Long way to go. Go and go drink some weed tea because you're going to need to relax for this. Holy I go come. We are going to need to relax for Prime Minister. Go and go drink weed tea. It will relax the brain, relax the mind, relax the body, and you thereby, you will get rid of some of the agitation when people talk. Go and go drink weed tea. That is my advice to the Prime Minister. Go on. Devoid Davis, how are you? Go and go drink weed tea. It's the only thing that is going to calm you to the storm to come. Because you know, say, if you can shut up Jamaicans internally with your law, there's a bad blagging core in the diaspora, Prime Minister, that which you cannot touch. You have a whole heap coming. Go and go drink some weed tea. And that may I tell you, that's the best advice I can give you for tonight, Prime Minister. Go drink some weed tea. You need to relax to this. You're there too long to be uptight. You're there too long to be on the edge, Prime Minister. You're there too long to be so puny. You shouldn't grow all sort of barnacle by now, Prime Minister. You should have grown all sort of barnacle. You should learn by now how to grow tortoise and crocodile skin. But rather every day you go down into this whimsical sissy eyes mentality as the poof that you are, Prime Minister. Come sue me. Come sue me. Because I know if Jermaine Gordon call you a poof, you cannot counter that. Mind me loose, me dog them set by you. Mind careful. Careful. The dog them will set loose in the yard, and as you jump over the fence, you lose something, Prime Minister. Leon McIntyre, how are you? Careful. Walk and chop. Leon, and just say my chop with Dana say nobody is not being chopped. So right now me confused as to who I tell the lie. That is a lie where either the Prime Minister or the Minister of Information, because both of them said what they said on video. You don't have no pen we can rub out what's up on video, Prime Minister. Vloggers grab it already, you know. So it out. Even if you don't rub it out from off of the main source, it's on other platforms out there. You don't have no eraser to rub out video. Because Dana Morris Dixon said one thing. The Prime Minister said something else. Who do I believe? Whose story is true? These are the people who are telling us about fake news and where we should go to verify if a news is true or not. The Prime Minister says he's tracking people. He has tracked a young man. And there are other people that they are tracking. Dana Morris Dixon said it's not a matter of anybody being tracked. Who do we believe? Who do we listen to? Who is telling the truth? Who's telling the truth? Andrew Holness know we don't afraid of people and we don't afraid of Duppy. None of them two that don't frighten we. If Duppy and people did frighten, we don't run gone for cover long time, Prime Minister. Neither Duppy nor people don't frighten we. You have to go try something else. See if you try something else, Prime Minister. Please try and find something else. This now work. You notice how much people run out on you? You notice all the people them when they focus on politics and your wholeness run out on you? You notice that? Dana Maris Dixon said we go over mainstream media. We found we ban mainstream media. I tell we lie. Donald Trump come out and come back when he was a mainstream media fake news, and we see it with our own eyes since that. And Dana Morrison still a send we go over fake news, figure verify fake news. You couldn't make it up if you know JLP and if you never failed Jamal school. Jamaican Carlos, wagwan, bro. You have no link set, figure beat them. Carlos, time is soon done. Hold on, look if you have nothing set out a road. Let me look if you have nothing set out a road, set out a road, set out a road. We don't afraid of people and we don't afraid of duppy. And that we want them to know. Neither duppy nor people, we don't afraid of. So that's why the Prime Minister come Friday anyway. No summit done till later. Okay. Journey with Lovely. Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Me confused, Carlos. The Prime Minister said they've chucked a young man, and there are more people that they're chucking. Elaine Tucker, how are you? Then Dana Morris Dixon come say, Carlos, nobody now being chucked. It's not a matter of people being chucked. Am I not supposed to be confused when we're talking in the context of fake news? Jamrock 8766. Am I not to be confused if we're talking in the context of fake news? There's one thing that up on social media, and the Minister of Information comes to walk it back. Am I not supposed to be confused? When Audrey Marks sent an article to the Gleaner denouncing Vegas and his group, and then after Carlos and I dealt with the issue, Audrey Marks came and took it back. Basically, Carlos is the only thing Dana could be saying. Don't follow Andrew Holder. So no, him have them bad man talk when him want impress. No, so the Prime Minister go on when him out a road and want go on like him a man. I feel that she said. But I am rather confused because we're speaking, Sharon Bernard, in the context of fake news, misinformation, and disinformation. Information at the moment from the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister's, the government's mouthpiece. Oh, me not be confused. Remember me past Jamal, so me have to confuse. The only way you don't confuse is when you fail Jamal's school. So the reason why I'm confused is because me past Jamal. Oh, I get it. I get it. Me past Jamal, so that's why I'm confused. It wouldn't confuse those who have failed Jamal. Boy, it can come with a long string. My camera is frozen. Everything with Dana Morris, Christopher Tufton, and what the little boy I name when Papa Thief after how much 100 acres of land for St. Thomas people and all over the place. The Charleses them. Everything they said last time was a lie. Everything these people said was a lie. They pay misinformation. That's what I'm talking about. They are misinformed. That's why I'm talking about misinformation. Imagine that. Carlos, you couldn't make it up if it's not about the Labour Party. Only the Labour Party can do things like that. Anybody else call us would I know better and have sense. Misinformation. The former Minister of Information defamed Wilfred Rattigan on your Chopper John from the Chopping Block page. The Chopper John from the Chopping Block wanna big up in a parliament, and not only him, wanna big up many of them. But one of the other criminal name in the social media were the Alex Higgs. Alex Higgs. Anthony, what's the other name? We can't call the name there. A whole heap of them wanna have. So how is it that now when citizen, nobody now pay attention to them paid because they don't have anything to tell anybody, Prime Minister? The same thing you come out here walk and beat the whole away and tell we say you must talk good about the Jamaica Labour Party. You must talk about the successes of the Jamaica Labour Party. Prime Minister, you can tell me what they are. If you go, they go talk about the positive thing then. Just like R.J. Marks called for a war, a face-off at the Jamaican Embassy in Washington, D.C. a few weeks ago, you, the Prime Minister, is pitching young Jamaicans against each other. Go out there and battle the ideas of those who support the People's National Party. The Prime Minister is calling for a political uprising in the country. Is what the Prime Minister was doing. A fake news, this Prime Minister? Or I'm just explaining what your motives are. Is it fake news? But let me tell you something. Go and go drink some weed tea if you relax to this, because you have a way if you go into this Prime Minister. The closer we get to the general election, call it sudden if you want, Prime Minister. Call it sudden if you want. Call a snap election if you want. You have a lot more to come. Go on, go drink some weed tea. It might just relax you to what you will have to experience across these social media platforms. You could have silenced Jamaica some more. You're going to awaken more platform in the diaspora. Try with Andrew Holness. Clamp down on Jamaicans and see how much platform it has got invoked in the diaspora. What happened to you? What happened to you? Anyway, my people, thank you very much for being here this evening. Make me look over turn like the light. Make me war with them before no go away. No man, I can't take it the likes up to 200. On a tan bad. So good evening to the trolls. How you do? Me not ignore that a part of the program. You can't hit the like button and over Facebook. Nobody now knows say hit the like button. Just hit the like button. Okay, me know say maybe Andrew Holness supporter or some of the one them where I carry belly for me. But you can hit the like button on the day I watch if you never enjoy and want to know on a wooden day I watch. So hit the like button. At least that you can do for me I do phone. I want to know. Anyway. No, sir. People may go sleep the day hot. I not have time to run through some other comments them tonight. But but thank you all for your continuous support. And thanks to Joan Brown for becoming a member to the Global Television family. Thank you very much. Our subscribership and membership continues to grow because of you, the people who support the Global Television Group. Thank you very much. Patricia Watson Dawkins, how are you? Thank you all very much. We appreciate your support, and we will see you on the other side of the dark. Thank you, and good afternoon. Good evening. from global television.